So today I'm going to take you through one of my lower body workouts. And I train my lower body with weights 1 time per week. And what I do is 1 week I do a squat twist workout, and the next week I do either a pull lunge workout or just a pull workout. 3rd week will be squat twist again, 4th week would be pull lunge. And then I work my abdominals at the end of every one of these lower body sessions. Just one exercise for 5 sets. And I have 3 different abdominal exercises that I like, and I rotate those. So today's a pulling pattern. So why is this pulling pattern important? Well, what I notice when I go into the gym, a lot of times I see people that just want to train the muscles that they see when they look in the mirror. Chest, shoulders, arms. But what about the muscles that you don't see when you look in the mirror? Well, those are the muscles that make up something called your posterior chain. And those muscles would be your spinal erectors, your gluteal muscles, your hamstrings. And if you neglect those muscles, and if you're just constantly working your anterior chain, you can end up with a lot of problems. You can end up with chronic back pain. You can end up with strength imbalances. It's just very important that you have a strong posterior chain. And this helps with all the activities of daily living. I mean, how many times a day do you have to bend over, pick up something, straighten up, and carry it? So before we get into the workout, I just want to say that you don't need to use a lot of weight in these exercises. I don't use as much weight as I used to. I could tell you how much I used to lift, but instead I'll leave you with one of my favorite quotes. The older I get, the better I was. So is everybody ready? Let's go. Although I perform conventional deadlifts as a part of my weight training regimen, I incorporate the hex bar quite often in my program. Several things I like about this piece of equipment. It's not as taxing to your low back as the deadlift, since the weight is not in front of you. It's closer to your center of gravity. Therefore, you can remain more upright, which I think makes it safer too. The hex bar deadlift utilizes your quadriceps to a greater degree than the conventional deadlift. It's really a hybrid between the squat and the deadlift. And studies have shown that the hex bar is very effective at building strength and explosive power in athletes. I perform conventional deadlifts every other pulling workout and the hex bar deadlifts in between. I almost always keep the repetitions between 8 and 12 in this exercise. I'm just showing you 1 set out of my 5 working sets here. I rest a full 5 minutes when training large muscle groups such as legs, in order to replenish the muscle phosphagen stores, which are basically energy stores. Dumbbell deadlift, another deadlift variation I like to do. I don't perform this exercise with the dumbbells completely in front of me. I like to keep my palms facing each other and the dumbbells slightly to my sides. So the idea here is that even though it looks like you're pulling the weight up, you want to imagine this is a pushing exercise. You're pushing your feet through the earth to complete each repetition. Like the hex bar deadlift, I usually perform between 8 and 12 repetitions. And again, just showing 1 set out of my 5 working sets. Calf work. I work my calves once a week for 5 sets, 1 exercise. One week I pick an exercise where I'm standing to stimulate the gastrocnemius calf muscle, and the next week I perform a sitting calf exercise to stimulate the soleus calf muscle. Studies have shown that the gastrocnemius is a fast twitch muscle that responds to lower repetitions, while the soleus is a slow twitch muscle that responds to higher repetitions. I use this exercise to work my lower abdominals. Most weight trainers have overdeveloped upper abs and underdeveloped lower abs, which can lead to imbalances and back injuries. In order to contract your abdominal muscles with this exercise, your rear end has to raise up off the bench and curl up to get the muscles to shorten and work them through their full range of motion. If your glutes remain on the bench, you're only getting an isometric contraction of your abdominals. This is what you see with people performing leg raises and their glutes never leave the bench.